organised. I've made out a rota. Sam get to cleaning out the sty and feeding the pigs.
You do it. I've got to be getting to work.
What have you got your dad's cap on for? He'll club you when he finds out.
He left me in charge, didn't he? I'm head of household while he's away.
Dream on, kid.
Monday, it'll be egg and bacon for breakfast this morning.
You what?
Stay on the right side of the boss and he'll see you all right.
If you don't get your hand off me, I'll see you face down with pigs.
Don't hit him, man.
Nice to see that somebody appreciates my authority.
Wait till he's dropped me off at home farm. You can clobber him when we get back.
Pleasure. I'll get the shoe made for Frank.
Well, if you're getting Van out, you can drop me off at Village Yard.
It's good having you in charge, Butch. Dad'd be proud of you. Morning, Mr. Tate. Post.
Sir.
The rest are for Mrs. Tate. Shall I just leave them here?
Let me see them first. I want you to give her this one personally. I want to make sure she gets it. It's from my solicitor about the divorce.
I take it she's not going to be too pleased.
Just tell me what her face looks like when she opens it.
My pleasure, Mr. Tate.
Not a word to Chris about this.
What are they for?
It's my good deed for the day.
Yeah, well, if you're going to do me a good deed for the day, you can start by knocking Madam there off that horse.
Yeah, well, maybe Mighty Mouth's going to do that.
Your post, Mrs. Tate.
We'll leave it on the hall table. I can't be bothered with it now.
No, Frank was most insistent that I gave it to you personally. It's from your solicitor. I do hope it's not bad news. Sorry if I've spoiled your morning's exercise, Mrs. Tate. We all know how you enjoy a good ride.
Smells good. What is it?
Beef stew. I made it up at home, just got to eat it through.
I want to talk to you, Frank.
Makes a change.
You out.
I'm busy.
Hey, she's got more right to be here than you.
And while we're on the subject, I'd appreciate it if you and Dave didn't leave your dirty dishes lying around. There's this wonderful new invention called washing up liquid. Learn to use it.
How dare you try and order me around in my own kitchen?
You heard him. It's my kitchen now.
I'm not wasting my time arguing with this little tramp.
Charming.
Now, I don't know what game you think you're playing, Frank, but you're not going to get away with it.
You'll have to wait and see about that.
I suggest we leave her to her domestic chores and we go and discuss this in private.
Give me a shout when lunch is ready, Tina. You know something? I think my appetite is really starting to come back at last.
Hi, Sam. Why aren't you at work today?
Mr. Pollard's gone to see his bank manager. I said I'd go with him, but he said to have morning off.
What are you doing there?
Chalking numbers on. Y ones were missing when we got it off tip. What comes after 18 going that way?
13, I think. Where's Mandy?
Last time I saw her, she was looking for some foreign magazine or something.
Where's my lasagna?
That's it, lasagna.
It's food, stupid, not a magazine.
Have you had it?
No. What goes after 13?
14, brain dead. Have you been sniffing sellotape or something?
No. Trying to sort his dartboard out.
Butch Dingle, have you had my lasagna?
Is that what it were? Yeah?
Butch! That was Frank Tate's low-fat lunch.
Low fat? I couldn't even eat it all. You were dead filling.
If I tell him it's low-fat, it's low-fat. Where's the rest of it?
I'll give it to the pigs. They loved it.
What comes after 14?
Will you get Pollard to teach you how to count? We've got a crisis here.
Man, I've got to have a meal ready for him. You'll have to cook something else.
I'll get you for this, Butch Dingle, or I'll make your life hell.
I didn't know, did I?
Mandy, just cook something else.
It'll cost you.
How much?
Not money.
What then?
You get me into Home Farm, and I've got more chance of getting to Dave Glover's affection.
His pants, more like.
It's up to you, Artie.
Butch Dingle! I'm going to kill you.
So will I. Shouldn't you be cleaning the pigs or something, instead of feeding them my good cooking?
That's right, it's your turn, Butch. And I reckon Big Sal's got diarrhea.
I only took my eyes off it when you walked in.
I'll get you some more bread if it's toast what you fancy.
Hello, Dave. Long time no see.
What's that smell?
Frank's lunch. Don't even think about eating it.
I need some food.
All right, all right. I'll nip down to the village and get you a feast or two.
Oh, great. You can give me a lift then.
Fodder accounts. Supplier wants payment in advance.
Well, he's got a nerve. He can wait, same as everyone else.
We're still waiting for last month's cheque.
Yeah, well, he could do with a lesson in basic economics. We have a cash flow problem, he has a cash flow problem. Go and tell him.
Well, it's not that much. We've cut down anyway.
There's a choice between paying his bill for feed and Frank's rent for the stables. I can't do both.
Ah, Frank can wait.
He can't. My financial dealings with him have to be beyond reproach.
What, so you get a bigger payout in the end?
Yes.
Slobbing out, Kim?
Enjoying a late start. Something skivvies aren't free to do.
I couldn't help overhearing what you've just been saying.
Yes, it must be difficult to miss too much with your ear to the keyhole.
Do you know, your pregnancy's really beginning to show. They say a lot of women put it on in the face. This is for the food you've taken out of the refrigerator. Frank wants recompense. I think he should count himself lucky, me. Most women in your condition eat half a ton of tuna a day.
I prefer smoked salmon.
Who cares what it is, as long as you pay for it.
What?
Right, that's me done for the day. I'm off home now.
How will we manage without you?
I really don't know.
Yeah, make sure you take the rubbish out. You pay to do the dirty jobs as well.
At least I have a function in this house.
If you call running after my husband a function.
More of a pleasure, actually. He's a very attractive man. Just insecure. But then I suppose your new one is and all.
I don't know what you mean.
Dave, has he got a suitcase packed, ready for his next move?
David's not moving anywhere. Neither am I.
Don't you think he looks a bit out of place here, though? I mean, he's used to scruffier surroundings, isn't he?
Like you.
The Dingles have never had money, but we've always had our sense of pride. Thanks to you, Dave Glover ain't even got that anymore.
So you don't think it a very good idea, my bringing him here?
I think it was great. Give him a taste of the good life, show him which knife and fork to use. That man'll never set foot in rented accommodation again.
Oh, you're right about that. He'll never have to.
Do you know, I wonder if he remembers that old ramshackle caravan they used to live in when you first knew him. All 5 of them, camped out like gypsies. Who knows what went on? That could explain a lot, that. Because, I mean, in those days, a cabin in the holiday village would have seemed like paradise.
Those days are gone.
Oh, I think they'll be back, though, don't you?
No, Tina, I don't. In fact, I'm absolutely certain of it. Close the door behind you. Bye.
Bye. I'll see you tomorrow, if you're still here.
The bar. Terry has assured me that nothing untoward occurred. I believe him.
He can't leave women alone. Look at him now.
You all right, then? You settling in down there? You won't get fat on that.
I'm the one with the figure in our family.
You could say that again.
Good night, Terry.
Bye, Terry.
Sit down.
Excellent.
Tea or coffee?
Whatever's quickest.
Fresh or instant?
You're loving this, you, Tina, aren't you? What the devil's going on here?
Tea break, Mr. Tate. 15 minutes was laid down in our conditions of service.
One of the conditions is that you do some work.
I asked them in.
You don't ask anyone to do anything around here.
Do you know, when I done business studies, they said that if you treat your staff with respect, they'll work harder.
I'm not having you lot lounging round while our game gets taken left, right and centre.
Right. Come on, then. We've got to go.
What about your toast?
Look, I'm going to go out to the river. You come and take over at lunchtime, all right?
You don't have to prove naught to me, Nick.
Seth, I'm only doing my job. See you later.
What do you think?
Seems all right. It's probably a slight strain.
It's no good, is it? This. Us trying to carry on as normal.
I don't see why not.
I feel like we're being watched all the time.
He's just a very sad man. Why can't he fade into the background with some dignity? We've given him every opportunity.
Till it gets here.
I'm not going to allow it.
You'll have to get used to having your meaningful discussions out here. Frank's asked me to top and bottom the house. I'm starting in the sitting room, so it's out of bounds.
Don't push me.
I'm only doing my job. Do you know that place hasn't had a proper clean for ages? It's surprising the amount of dirt people sweep into the corners. I don't know how you can live there myself.
You'd better get back to that slum you call home before you get into something you can't handle.
Oh, there's not much I can't handle.
How's it going, Tina?
I can't wait to get stuck in.
Good. Don't overdo it. If you need a break, just put your feet up. Watch your video. I've got a good one for you.
It won't work, you know.
Not now. I'm having my afternoon's rest. Doctor's orders and all that.
You do that. You'll need all your strength because I'm going to fight you every step of the way. You should know me well enough to know that I'm not going to be intimidated by that little trollop you brought in. I was hoping you'd be reasonable.
Reasonable? I think you actually believe this garbage that you come out with. You've convinced yourself that you're the victim, that you've never manipulated the company's finances, that you've never come between me and my own family. Maybe it wasn't you on that video with Glover.
Not interrupting anything, am I?
Of course not. Hey, you look terrific.
What the hell do you think you're doing?
Give us a twirl.
That is my dress.
I never knew a frock could look so good on anybody.
Take it off. I said, take it off!
I think that looks even better.
Be careful with that. It's my favourite.
Punk! It's fish! Hey!
Should have let Mandy cook it.
I can cook.
Try to impress you, Mandy.
Look, shut up and get plates on table. It's ready.
Should have a nice bottle of chilled white wine. It was nice with fish.
We've got some cider. It's in fridge.
How do you know you have white wine with fish, Mandy?
I used to watch Hours Way.
I want it all eaten up.
What is it?
It's Butchie's famous fish and tater curry stew.
Oh, you've left the heads on.
You said so.
Only if you grill them.
Oh, same difference. Now get stuck in.
I'll stick to cider.
Yeah, I will too.
Hey, I made this specially for you. Now eat it. Here's your plate.
Could we have some service over here, please? I won't be a minute, madam.
Drop a little, madam. I think mink suits you.
Do you know, I can't believe the way Kim treats you, after all you've done for her.
She's getting some of her own medicine.
That's why you've taken me on, isn't it?
Not entirely.
Oh, you like a bit of young stuff around you, do you?
Don't worry, you're quite safe. This is business. You're one of the few people I know who's not frightened of Kim. In fact, I don't think you're frightened of anybody as far as I can see.
I frighten myself sometimes.
Bill. Summons. Bill. Hey, there's a postcard. It's from me dad.
Give it here.
What's it say? Has he found me mum?
Hang on.
Read it.
Dear everybody, having a smashing time. Weather very nice.
Weather?
We'll be back on Thursday night. Love, Dad.
Oh, is that it?
He says we.
What, me mum?
Yeah, he's done it. She's coming back.
My mum's coming home. Honest?
Honest. Hey, Sam, go and get Mandy out of bed and tell her the good news.
I'll get her out of bed.
Butch! Don't bother going in. Just shout up the stairs.
Read it again.
No.
Well, get here then.
Sam, you can't even read.
I can look.
Right, that's the writing side and that's the picture side.
I know that.
Are you glad she's coming back?
I suppose so. Oh, I know she's my mother and I love her. But it ain't half been peaceful round here without her.
I'll bet your dad'll be pleased.
Yeah. Now Sam's over the moon. I'm pleased. But I'd only just got used to her not being here, you know.
Yeah, I'm the same. I always think everything's going to go on exactly as it is. That's when it falls apart.
I didn't mean to upset you, Frank.
You didn't. Someone else did. Anyway, we're talking about Nellie.
She always said that I was just like her. What do you think?
You? I've never met anyone who's less like Nellie.
That's all right, then. Because you never know how other people see you, do you? I mean, I don't know what you see when you look at me, do I?
No,
Well, what do you see?
I don't. Just Tina.
Tina Dingle. Oh, by the way, I forgot to tell you, you've got to congratulate Biff.
Oh, yes, our local hero. Tell you what, why don't we take him down to the wall pack, buy him lunch? He deserves a reward. So do you. How about it?
Yeah, thank you. I'll just go and tell him.
Great. It's about time we had a bit of fun around here. Peg?
Here's some more stuff.
We've run out of nails.
It's all right, it's tinsel, just scatter it about. What's this?
Oh, a bottle of creme de menthe for my Auntie Nellie.
A miniature. She's going to be ecstatic.
It's all we could afford. What have you got her?
Same as she's got me. Nothing.
Hey, looks lovely. Mum will be dead surprised. What's that say?
Merry Christmas.
Oh,
What's that, Sam?
box of chockies for me mum and a card.
Oh, show us. Congratulations from your loving son, Sam. Oh, isn't that nice?
Why congratulations, Sam?
For coming home.
All right, I should have guessed.
Oh, give us a pen, I'll write something.
You won't? Get your own card.
Sam?
No, it's for me to me mum. Down a bit.
No, up a bit.
Down a bit.
No, up a bit.
Much! It's fine where it is, man. Ignore him.
Right.
Hey, Sam. Can I have one of these shocks?
No, they're for me mum.
Look, she only likes soft ones. If you give her hard ones, she'll hammer you. So I'll eat the hard ones for you.
Oh, Butch, leave him alone.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, you will be.
Will you lot settle down? Me mum's going to be home in a minute and our happy family will be back together again. Does that mean nothing to you?
Yeah, of course it does.
Well, try and show it.
It's them.
Oh, switch the lights off, surprise her.
Everybody sit quiet. Shh.
Here we are, home at last. Take the weight off you.
You shouldn't have. Look at this, Zach. You told me they were a friendly lot, but I never expected a welcome like this.
Neither did I.
Who the hell is this?
This is Marilyn.
Has my dad set out?
You're not up yet.
So we don't know any more about her?
I haven't rifled through her handbag, if that's what you mean.
Wouldn't have made any difference. They weren't out in it anyway.
She's religious. She's trying to convert him.
I thought for a minute.
That God we're talking to you. Mind, if he looks anything like that, we've all got problems.
What do you mean she's religious, Sam?
I heard them both at middle at night. She said, oh, God, right loud. And I needed too.
What are you lot doing out there? Holding a prayer meeting?
See, I told you.
I'm going off to work.
What you got there?
Mandy made it for me mum. I'm not seeing it wasted.
Mandy, get us some breakfast.
What will that be then? Bacon and eggs for you and a bale of hay for her?
Who the hell do you think you're talking about?
You said you were going to bring me mum back. Where is she?
I've told you, I don't want to talk about it.
You were the one who wanted us to be together.
Yeah, but not here. I'm sick of it, Kim. There's always somebody sniping. We're always on edge. It's not going to work.
I can't leave home farm, David. It'll make Frank think he's won.
He already has one. You've said so yourself. You know where to find me.
Funny that. I was off as soon as Frank's got you beat. And you thought it was your body he was after. Still, you haven't even got a decent figure now, have you? Hey, maybe now he'll be into lasses his own age. Oh, there's a thought.
Rachel will be taken in by smooth talk. I mean, he's nothing but an insurance salesman.
Didn't you have a go at that once? Mind you, I suppose it requires a certain amount of charm.
I thought in your house, charm was something you put on a bracelet.
No, that's shrunken heads. Something you'll never have to worry about.
Nothing your family does either interests or worries me.
Well, in that case, I'll just carry on making the coffee and say nothing about what I've just witnessed.
Will you tell her to stop being childish?
OK. Dave Glover's gone. Bags, the lot. You can wait in the car, Nick.
Why, don't you want me to see what you're buying with Frank's money? One for him, one for the Dingles. Is that what it's like, eh?
Don't try and take me on, Nick. You'll end up with more than a trout in your gob.
Still another success for Mr. Stupid.
Morning.
My wife will serve you. You can compare notes on Casanova, the barman.
What's going on here?
Shh! Just take a bit. Put the rest back.
Mand, we might do some rum stuff round here, but we don't nick off each other.
It's her, Marilyn. She wants to go shopping.
Good. I need some tights and some toothpaste.
No clothes shopping, and he's paying. We money won from fight. We've got to stop her before she gets her hands on it all.
Well, where is she now?
Sam's distracting her.
Did we find out what happened to me mum?
You never saw her. You got hijacked by the Queen of the Night.
Yeah, she's a fit-looking woman, though.
Butch, she thinks she's been guided by the spirit of Elvis Presley, but Elvis is driving her straight back into your dad's trouser pocket.
You should try sleeping at night.
Oh, I see more to mouth, Sam. Where's Marilyn?
Sam's taking her for a walk.
And she's taking you for a ride. Dad, you gave up the chance of getting me man back for some woman that's just after your money.
You think I can't handle a woman? Any road, it were you wanted me to forget your mother. Hey, and it's not me money she's after. Ah, hey, making friends, are you?
Get stuffed.
Huh?
Oh, it's a shame about him, isn't it? More puddle than you said. He tried to tell me them horses up the road weren't yours. They belonged to the people at the big house. I explained how you like to keep a low profile for tax reasons. He wouldn't have it.
Does this mean that we're rich?
Only on paper, son. At the minute.
Oh.
I was going to say just a salad for me.
Salad? I slaved over a hot stove for you last night.
I've had a bit of a heartburn.
Quiet, was it? First night with the house to yourself. Heartburn. That'll be your melancholy humours. Bet you thought I learnt nothing at school. Sat at the back staring out the window blowing bubbles all day.
Obviously not in every lesson. Not in, what was it? Biology?
History, 16th century. Mr. Newell. Dead fit he were.
Now we're getting down to it.
I learnt enough. Reading, writing, don't say robbing.
And how to make the history teacher blush.
How did you guess? Right, go on then. You've got an hour. Go and sign some papers or something.
Aye, Cap.
I'm off now, Frank, if that's all right.
Of course.
Your dinner's in the oven. Will you be all right?
Me? Of course I will.
Only we might go down the Woolly later, if you fancy a stroll.
Who's we?
I don't know. Me and our Mand. Sam, Butch, me dad. Oh, and his new fancy woman if we're really unlucky.
I don't think so, Tina.
Suit yourself.
I don't think your father would be thrilled if I turned up.
Why's that?
Lots of reasons. The eviction, for one.
That was a long time ago.
Not so long that he'd want me as a drinking buddy.
You're not so different, you know. You and me dad. You'd like to think so, but you're not.
Oh, yeah?
What do you know about me, Mum? She's not here. Why is she not here? Because she's another one who thought the grass were always greener. Good night, Frank.
Good night, Sienna.
What's for tea, then?
Whatever you make, our man has gone AWOL.
I've been working all day.
Oh, yeah, you'll do for Frank Tate, but you won't do for me.
He pays me.
There are more important things in life than money.
Here we all are, then.
Well, where have you been?
Oh, have you missed me?
I have. It was like the sun went behind a cloud.
Shut it, Dad. I've been taping in the scenery. I can't get enough of it.
We've noticed.
You love it here, don't you?
Does it show?
You belong.
I've never felt more at home in all my life.
Well, then, you'll know where the spuds and the chip pan are kept. You can do tea.
Of course I will.
Hey, what a woman, Sam.
Come on, then, Tina. I'll make the chips. You watch. And then you'll know how to next time.
What?
I knew he'd get something right one day.
Blood all over the place.
Can I go and look? Don't be so daft.
You just watch yourselves, Zach Dingle, when you're near us. So I don't want you losing any bits.
Aye, I'd look well, you carrying my man on a packet of frozen peas.
Do you mind? What's that?
Fish fingers. There. You'll be all right.
That's just what it looked like. Roy Glover's hand.
My dad sometimes. He's like a big soft kid with that Marilyn.
He just wants a bit of company with the opposite sex. We all do.
Speak for yourself.
Well, you go out with fellas. Wish I could cop for 'em like you do.
I can take 'em or leave 'em.
I'll bet who's it tries it on with you. Take.
He knows what I'd say.
Yes, please.
You get worse. Do you know, I used to hate him. What he did to us over the eviction. But it wasn't him. It was that wife of his.
I know. How could Dave Glover go for something like her?
What, were you ready and waiting?
Why not?
Nah, he's all right, is Frank Tate.
He's rich.
He's the only one round here who'd give me a job. And before you say it, he doesn't want out in return.
Yet. Maybe my Uncle Zach and Frank Tate could start their own Lonely Arts Club.
Yeah, you could join and all.
Thanks, cousin.
At least my dad's got his family round him. I mean, we'll be there long after that tart Marilyn gives him the elbow. Who's Frank got? And Chris would rob him blind, given half the chance. And where's that Zoe when he needs her?
Oh, Artina, you're the only one he can turn to in his hour of need.
That's right.
Where are you going?
Oh, I haven't slept through, have I? Oh, what are you doing here?
I left my keys.
Why'd you get in without them? Do you want a cup of tea?
I'll put the kettle on.
No, I'll do it. And you can tell me what you're really doing here.
Just turned up. I wasn't up to anything.
I didn't think for a minute you were. I'm glad you did, though. I've made a decision tonight. I'd be interested in your opinion. I've decided to go away for a bit on holiday. San Lucia.
It's about time you saw sense.
Really?
Well, I mean, you've got all that dough, and yet you're stuck here while people keep having pops at you. If I were you, I'd be long gone.
I do intend coming back.
Well, at least you're going. That's summit. You know, you've got enough to make your dreams happen.
It doesn't work like that.
Only because you let other people mess you about.
One of the things that's driven me on is so I can share it with people.
They don't appreciate it, Frank.
I suppose you would.
It doesn't matter whether I would or not. We're talking about you.
Not entirely. I want you to come with me.
Oh, aye. I'll just nip home and pack my cosy.
I mean it, Tina. Will you come away with me?
It's true, dirty old man.
Who says that's why he's asked me?
Well, what other reason would a bloke Frank's age have for asking a 19-year-old girl to go to the Caribbean with him?
My charming company. My witty back chats, my pleasant disposition.
Ah, pull the other one. It's got bells on.
You're just jealous, man.
Yeah. Don't suppose there's any chance of wangling me an invite, is there?
Two's company.
Well, I could do cooking. I know what he likes to eat.
Mandy, it's a 5-star hotel. I think the chef will be able to cope.
Hey, what's all this about motels?
Our Tina's off to West Indies.
Get away. Where'd she get money for that?
Frank Tate. Seems taking a fancy to her.
Not going.
Dad!
I'm not having a daughter man off with some pervert who's old enough to be a father, grandfather even.
It's none of your business. It's my life.
You are my daughter. You live under my roof.
That's one of the attractions of getting away. You're just sore because I'm getting the chance of things you'll never have.
You've been out better than I know her.
It's not like that, Dad. It's just a lonely man who needs some company.
She's not going. I'll volunteer.
Sounds to me as if he's got enough bags to take on holiday already.
Hey, come back here. I've not finished with you yet.
I can't stop. Got holiday shopping to do.
Oh, you're wasting your breath. She's made up her mind.
Is breakfast ready?
Not unless you've made it. I'm going for a walk.
Women always seem to be walking out on you. Suppose she'll not get very far in them fluffy mules, though. She'll be back. Worse luck.
You got our order wrong again this morning.
Oh, sorry. Hard to keep up with everyone. They keep moving around the village so much.
Country Life, Horse and Hound, The Telegraph Every Day, and The Mirror for David.
You ought to start taking a DIY magazine. Be useful now you haven't got staff to do it all for you.
You got any suntan lotion?
Third shelf down at the back.
Expecting another summer like last year?
No. Where I'm going, it's guaranteed to be hot.
Hell, I hope.
No, the West Indies. Frank's taking me. You'll find some support tights over there. I hear they come in very handy when things start to sag through pregnancy.
Where have you been?
Biff said you wanted to see me.
Yes. Close the door.
Hope this ain't gonna take long. I've got a busy day.
I can imagine.
My duties have got nothing to do with you. I work for your dad.
I know exactly what you're up to, Tina.
Well, if you're that much of an expert, feel free to come and help me in the kitchen sometime.
Don't try and be funny.
Oh. Well, if you want to take me, you're going to have to wait your turn. I'm fully booked at the moment.
Look, I'm not going to get into a row about this. No. I'm going to deal with it in a business way. Money. That's what you're after. You probably see my father as an unlimited source. The closer you get to him, the more you get. But it might not work out like that, Miss Dingle.
No?
See, I know him better than you do. And the moment he sees through you, you're out. You could do a lot better dealing with me.
What did you have in mind?
Well, you can carry on working here if you like. While you're at home farm, I can keep an eye on you. But I want you to cancel your ticket to St. Lucia. Just name your price. The rest is haggling. Well?
That'll do. I needed a new suitcase for the holiday. We'll send you a postcard.
I'm doing this on one condition. You don't breathe a word to Betty. She will spare.
Seth, stop worrying about it. We're not going to let them put one over on us again. This time we're going to get them.
What are you two up to?
Got some unfinished business with some poachers to catch.
Well, that's a relief. When I saw the shotgun, I thought Chris Tate had hired you as hitman.
See that the Glovers get this card. Tell them if there's anything I can do, I'll be glad to help.
OK, Frank.
Your tea.
Thanks, Tina.
About this holiday,
Getting cold feet.
there's been a lot of talk.
I never let village gossip worry me.
It's not just a village. Chris called me into the office about it.
He had no right.
He offered me money to pull out.
I see. Well, don't you worry about it, Tina. I'll deal with Chris.
Thanks. But I wanted you to know that it's not like they think. I'm not a gold digger.
I know that.
This holiday means a lot to me. I've never been anywhere like that before. I'm really excited. And it's you that's given me the chance. I wouldn't do anything to spoil that.
Tina, I asked you because you're good company and I know we'll have a great time. That's all that matters. The village gossips can go hang. Fool, I should never have relied on you.
Right now, I'm the only one you can rely on, and you know it.
Do you know what low-life perverts those badger trappers are? Anybody gets pleasure out of torturing defenseless animals, I'm going to worry about who they hurt trying to get away.
Assuming Nick acted in self-defence.
That or an accident. Either way, we should have had a proper security firm in that area. Not a pensioner and a gardener. Anyway, what's done is done. It's up to the solicitors now. I wonder where Nick is.
Could be miles away by now.
I'll bet he's not more than 600-700 yards.
Not if he's got any sense.
What do you think about it? He's not a villain, so he's got no network to fall back on. He's no Seth who could live off the land. He's just a frightened lad with a young daughter to worry about. And we've got to do our best for him.
Somebody to see you, Frank.
Thanks, Tina. You keep me informed of everything that's going on.
I will.
Doesn't sound like he's too pleased with you.
Don't you go winding me up. I'm onto your game and don't forget it.
You've got me wrong. I didn't wish to wind you up. I just wanted to thank you again for that 20 quid you gave me.
You don't know what you're taking on. You're trash.
Whatever do you mean? And anyway, I didn't buy a suitcase with the money because Frank said I could borrow one of his. Real leather at that. Now, instead, I bought some nice, cool underwear. I might need it where I'm going, don't you think?
Be very careful. I'm warning you.
Get him bail after he's made a statement. I want all this sorted out before I go on holiday.
Might be worth thinking about postponing it under the circumstances.
Chris, after all I've been through recently, I think I deserve a break. And they do have phones in the Caribbean.
Hey, you're going on holiday to rest, not to worry.
Quite right. I'll leave the worrying to the solicitors. They can start right now.
What sort of state was Nick in?
I didn't see him.
Do you want a cup of tea? There's one made.
No.
I don't know why you're being so funny with me. Somebody has to look after your dad.
I'm being funny with you, as you put it, because I know your game. This must be like a dream come true for you.
Yeah, it is. A luxury holiday in the Caribbean is absolutely fantastic. I'm earning me pay.
Don't come the faithful servant routine with me. I know where you come from, what your family is.
You leave my family out of this, no matter what you think of them.
They're a degenerate bunch of inbred parasites, and you're just a money-grabbing little tart on the make.
If I was just that, wouldn't I have taken your bribe not to go away?
You just think you can make more out of my father. There's a name for women like you.
Chris, don't you dare talk to her like that. And trying to bribe her was stupid and pointless. She has a job to do.
Look, I don't want you to be the talk of the village. I don't want you under pressure, especially from her.
Oh, really? Then shouldn't you be encouraging her? I might just drop dead of a heart attack while I'm on holiday, and then you can start carving up the cake.
Dad, I'm only thinking of you.
Oh, yeah. And those badger baiters are animal lovers. Chris, don't you dare talk to Tina or anyone else under my roof like that again. Right. I think I'll have my dessert now.
Still stuck into that paper? What are you after?
I'm just looking.
Never known anyone like you for looking at the adverts. Where's everybody?
Mandy's gone for some veg. The lads are out looking for somebody in case there's a reward. And Tina's with a sugar daddy.
He's not her sugar daddy. She's his housekeeper. Simple as that.
Taking his house to the West Indies, is he?
He needs help while travelling. He's not a well man.
Oh, and you believe that? I think you're stupid letting her go. I always say a man's a man who knows how to control his kids.
They've got him.
Since when has any Dingle done copper's work for him?
Uncle Ishmael, we're always helping police with their inquiries.
No.
Where have you two been?
Out looking for Nick Bates in case there were a reward after him.
He gave himself up.
Give himself up. He should have let us catch him. We would have shared reward.
I didn't hear about any reward.
I'm ashamed of him. I don't want to talk about it again. I feel sorry for the lad.
And you want to talk to your Tina?
Huh? Oh, Tina, could I have a word?
Degenerate. How's that to be going on with?
Kim, leave it for now, will you? I'm not going with you.
Please yourself. I've come this far and I'm not going back until I've seen her. Oh, God. How? This is going to be the worst place on earth.
Oh, it's Lady Muck. And she's been rolling it by the look of her.
Ah, now we know how the odds and sods feel when Princess Diana turns up.
Where is she?
Oh, Lady Diana.
Tina. I want to talk to her.
Upstairs, sorting out her clothes for her holiday.
We'll get her, please. And quickly.
Hey, Lady Muck. You might have been our landlady once, but you're now.
Ah, Tina might be our next landlady.
Aye, after looking after your husband on holiday.
Would you like to try some turnip and sod soup while you're waiting? There's a fresh batch simmering.
Hello, Kim. What brings you here, then?
I think you know damn well. And don't think you're going to get away with it.
Could somebody get in touch with Mystic Meg? Then I might have a clue as to what she's going on about.
Oh, you might well think you've won the lottery with my husband. You might have got the better of Chris and Zoe. But I'm in a different league, madam. And don't you forget it.
Not from where I'm standing, you're not. All I can see is a bloated, pregnant woman covered in pig muck. And I'm not impressed or frightened by your threats. Now, I'm going on holiday with Frank. And I'm going to do my best so as we both enjoy it.
I'll have you for breakfast, you little scrubber.
I'll tell Frank that when we're having breakfast by the pool.
Hey, make sure it's one of them ones with bar in middle, Tina.
If you weren't pregnant, I'd slap you round your made-up gob and boot you right out of here. Shift it, Kim, before I lose my temper. take you on any time. You ain't got Frank's cash behind you now.
Are you going to have that father and daughter talk to her now? About her going away?
You've got a passport, haven't you, love?
Aye. And who knows where it'll lead me to, Dad.
Oh, it's Lady Muck. And she's been rolling it by the look of her.
Ah, now we know how the odds and sods feel when Princess Diana turns up.
Where is she?
Oh, Lady Diana.
Tina. I want to talk to her.
Upstairs, sorting out her clothes for her holiday.
We'll get her, please. And quickly.
Hey, Lady Muck. You might have been our landlady once, but you're now.
Tina might be our next landlady.
Aye, after looking after your husband on holiday.
Would you like to try some turnip and sod soup while you're waiting? There's a fresh batch simmering.
Hello, Kim. What brings you here, then?
I think you know damn well. And don't think you're going to get away with it.
Could somebody get in touch with Mystic Meg? Then I might have a clue as to what she's going on about.
Oh, you might well think you've won the lottery with my husband. You might have got the better of Chris and Zoe. But I'm in a different league, madam. And don't you forget it.
Not from where I'm standing, you're not. All I can see is a bloated, pregnant woman covered in pig muck. And I'm not impressed or frightened by your threats. Now, I'm going on holiday with Frank. And I'm going to do my best so as we both enjoy it.
I'll have you for breakfast, you little scrubber.
I'll tell Frank that when we're having breakfast by the pool.
Hey, make sure it's one of them ones with bar in middle, Tina.
If you weren't pregnant, I'd slap you round your made-up gob and boot you right out of here. Shift it, Kim, before I lose my temper. I'd take you on any time. You ain't got Frank's cash behind you now.
Are you going to have that father and daughter talk to her now? About her going away?
You've got a passport, haven't you, love?
Aye. And who knows where it'll lead me to, Dad.
What? It were here last night? Oh, you're not seriously leaving me alone with this lot, are you?
It's the Caribbean, man. I'd love to stay, but you can get too much of a good thing.
Well, why don't you slip me into your bag and sneak me onto the plane?
Because excess baggage, they cost more than flight.
Ha, ha.
You're not coming back, are you?
I'm not going at this rate, Sam. Do you know, I bet that floozy's nicked it. Probably know someone who can sell it on black market.
We know someone who can sell it on black market, love. Morning, Petal.
Me ears were burning. Has my Zachy been singing me praises again?
And you can take that off for a start. That's me mum's.
You want to learn some respect.
And you want to learn when you've outstayed your welcome. You haven't accidentally nicked my passport by any chance, have you?
What, and stop you from going?
What if I help, love?
No. I'll get me kit on and nip to the village. I can't bear long goodbyes.
We've noticed.
Stay here, Tina. It won't be the same without you.
Right, Sam, hand it over.
What?
Sam, now!
I didn't want you to go.
I'm only going to be gone for a fortnight, and I'll bring you back a great present, I promise.
Hey, don't forget my duty freeze, will you? A gallon of Ilandi Beverly Hills. Perfume of the rich and famous.
Hey, Mandy, I can't shut our Tina's suitcase. Will you come upstairs and sit on it?
I'll sit on you.
There ain't out funny going on between you two, is there, love?
Dad, what do you take me for?
Look at this place. I'd hardly blame you if there was.
Well, there isn't, and there isn't going to be.
So how come he's flying to the other side of the world, then? Eh? He must want something for his money.
He does. Company.
Hey, and the rest.
Look, Dad, I don't think it did his ego much good, Kim leaving him. Taking me is like showing himself and everybody else that he's still got what it takes.
And has he?
I don't know, and I've no intention of finding out. Dad, we're mates. We have a laugh, that's it.
Well, if he comes home in an air ambulance, I'll know you were lying.
All set?
Yeah. Mwah.
She's an innocent lass, Mr. Tate, despite appearances.
Don't worry, Zach. I'll look after her.
Good luck, lads. See you in a couple of weeks.
Dad, we're flying club class.
Hey? I'll make sure that's the only club you get yourself into.